Many people perceive that this company will bring a big disruption in the financial services space, but it is yet to show its real charm. In fact, this company boasts of having industry stalwarts in the key managerial positions of the company. This stock, which was considered as a darling stock of so many investors, is unfortunately ditching its lovers because this stock is down by almost 38% from its all time high. So, if you want to know the reasons and key points to show the trajectory of this stock, check out the full video. Hey folks, CA Rachna Ranade here, and I welcome you all to What's Wrong with This Stock, episode 2. Now, the first episode, if you have seen, I had covered Tata Motors and I had tried to uncover the reasons for the fall. And in that video, I had also talked about the key points to watch out for in the Q3 results. Similarly, what we are going to do in today's video is that we are going to discuss Geo Financial Services stock, and we are also going to discuss the top 5 reasons of why this stock is falling down and what could be the key points to look out for. If you want me to cover any specific stock in episode 3, please let me know the name of the stock in the comment section below. The very first reason is a weak market sentiment. Now, if you have a look at this, you will understand that Nifty has fallen by 12% plus over the last few months. Now, understand that when the overall market is in a negative sentiment, a lot of stocks also follow the suit. What do I mean by this? It will not happen that the entire market is going down, Nifty is going down, but majority of the stocks are up. It is not going to happen, right? Majority of the stocks will also follow the suit of Nifty. If market is falling, stocks will also fall. If you are following my Thursday live streams, which I conduct every Thursday 9 p.m., then you would already know the reasons of the current fall. It could be something like FIS selling, it could be something like overvaluations, Trump and China, so many things that we have discussed, right? So what do we have to look out for? We have to check out the reasons, or we have to try and analyze the reasons which could lead to bottoming out of the market, reversal of the market. And when that happens, I'm not saying if that happens, that is going to happen, but whenever that happens, such stocks will also ideally follow suit and will start reversing. The second reason is reduction in the value of Reliance Industries Limited's share price. You might be like, what is the connection between Geo Financial Services and Reliance Industries Limited? Of course, there is a connection. Geo Financial Services holds 6.1% stake in Reliance Industries Limited. Simple till here. Now we'll do a nice mathematical calculation and understand a very interesting relationship between the market cap of entire Geo Financial Services and how much is only because of its investment in Reliance Industries. And for that, have a look at this. Now, if you see Reliance Industries Limited ka market cap, as I shoot this video, it's 16,61,843. See, whatever amounts I'm saying, all are in rupees in crores. Okay, so that is taken. Now, how much is Geo Financial Services take? As I mentioned, it's 6.1%. So, if I take 6.1% of 16,61,843, that comes to 1,01,372.42. What do I mean by this? What is this? This is nothing but the market cap or the market value of the investment in Reliance Industries, but this forms a part of the market cap of Geo Financial Services. Correct? So now let's understand how much is Geo Financial Services ka market cap. As on date, as I shoot the video, it is 1,48,063. Okay. So out of 1,48,063, how much is the value only because of it holding shares in Reliance Industries? That is 1,01,372. And that is the reason why, as a percentage, if I calculate it, it comes to 68.47%. That is nothing but almost 70% of the market cap of Geo Financial Services is nothing but the market cap of Reliance Industries Limited. Uska percentage share in it. Now, what is the next logical extension? Simple. If Reliance Industries Limited share falls, obviously Geo Financial Services share is also going to fall. From its all-time high, Reliance has corrected by more than 22%. Okay, so I hope this point is also clear. Reliance down is obviously going to lead to Geo Financial share also going down. Now we also have to look at one more interesting parameter which is not related directly, but we'll first understand about the valuation part of this entire share also. Now we are on screener.in and we are going to understand a very important aspect, which is about the price to book value of this stock. Now, why am I checking this parameter? Reason is very simple. It's an NBFC. I hope you know the basic that if it's an NBFC, we should not be looking or we should not be giving more importance to PE, but we should be checking more on P to BV. How much is the P to BV? It's 1.08. Okay, keep these numbers in your mind. Now, if I were to understand whether this is overvalued or undervalued, I can do two pointer analysis. Number one, I'll compare this P to BV with its own median P to BV. Possibility number one, we call that as an inward valuation. Or possibility number two, I'll compare it with its industry peers. Okay. First comes first, let's try and understand about its P to BV, its inward valuation. So for that, I'm just going to click P to BV. We don't need the EPS. Okay. Okay. Book value. Okay, fair enough. Now let me see what is with 3-year median P. So if you see here, 3 years median PV is one P to BV is 1.5, which is this line. Okay, let me clean this up. 1.5 is the median P to BV, 3 years, and currently the P to BV is 1.1. Okay, even if I'm talking about the 1-year chart, still median P to BV is 1.6 and current P to BV is way lower, 1.1. So is it clearly undervalued as compared to its own median P to BV? Answer is yes. Okay, so keep in mind 1.5, the 3-year median to P to BV 1.5. Okay, keep this in mind. Now let us also compare it with other industry peers. Now let us say something like Bajaj Finance, that is at 5.18. Bajaj Finserv 3.99. Even if I take median is 1.77. Okay, now I'll try and tell you one before I tell you some math behind this. I totally understand that Bajaj Finance is like a full-fledged NBFC. They have already started their business. They are a giant in this. So comparing Geo Finance directly with Bajaj Finserv and saying that if Bajaj Finserv is at 5.18 ka P2BV, then Geo Financial also has to come to 5.18 ka P2BV is too much to ask for, right? But can't we at least try and see what if it were to reach at least the median P2BV of 1.77? So let's understand mathematically how can it work. Okay, currently what is the P2BV? It is 1.11. And what is the current market price? Current market price as I shoot the video is 233. Okay, so for 233 ka stock price, median P2BV is 1.11, and if it were to reach its own median P2BV of 1.5, then what could be the mathematical fair value of this stock? So ideally, what do? Ideally, you will multiply 1.5 into 233 divided by 1.11. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see the calculator on screen or not. You can do it at your end also. Then the theoretical price will come to 314 point whatever. Okay, if I were to check it with 1.77, which was the industry P2BV median, in that case, how do I do that? Again, cross multiplication na? How will I do it? 1.77 into 233 divided by 1.11, and in that case it will come to 371. This is how price to book value valuations can be done. And if you are aware, I already have a separate course of art of value investing on my website www.rachanaranade.com. But what I will definitely recommend you is that at least check a free lecture which is available on our website. But how do you go about this? It's very simple. Just go to the stock market courses tab. In the category, select free lectures, right? And in free lectures, if you just scroll down, you will see art of value investing lecture. Right now I just showed you P2BV. A lot of interesting perspectives are there in this free lecture. Don't forget to check that out. The link is there in the pinned comment and description box below. Well, now that you have understood that Geo Financial Services P2BV is definitely lower, even if I compare it with its own median P2BV, or even if I compare it with the median P2BV of its peers. The big question is still, why aren't people buying this, or why aren't people so much interested in this stock right now? Why is everyone getting scared right now? The reason is very simple. Typical in bear market scenarios, the saying which is one in hand is better than two in the bush actually makes, I mean, that this saying becomes very relevant right now. Now, what do I mean by this? See, currently what is happening is that because of the bear market scenario, a lot of stocks are down. Overall sentiment is pretty much bad. In this, what people believe is that, okay, if I have some extra capital left with me, I would want to invest it in a business which is currently up and running right now, rather than betting on a future story. So what people would say that, acha, ha, okay, when it starts, it will grow its AUM, then it will build up more and more interest income. इतना किसने देखा है? Better that I invest more money in an existing up and running business. Exact opposite perspective will happen in a bull market. Well, people will say, अरे ये तो बहुत जाएगा. That is what people will say in a bull market, and exactly reverse what people will say in a bear market. So I hope you have also understood how sentiments also drive the overall thought process of investors, and it's not only the valuation which will drive the overall price of any stock. Let's move on with the third reason, which is weak Q3 numbers. Now, one nice point which had come up in the Q3 numbers was that AUM, that is nothing but assets under management, had gone up from 1,206 crores in Q2 to 4,199 in Q3. So that's like more than 3x jump in the AUM in just one quarter. So I was expecting that the interest income might have also jumped quite a bit. I'm not saying exactly by 3x, but ideally there should have been a substantial jump. But if you have a look at their Q3 results, you can see that interest income has gone up from 205 crores to just 210 crores, and that's like nothing, right? Even their 9 months ended data, if I'm talking about 9 months FY24, the interest income was at 658, and 9 months FY25 is at 577. Now, why am I stressing more on this? This is where the key income is going to come from, because dividend income is just nothing but dividend declared by Reliance Industries primarily, which is going to come up here. Q2, there was a dividend. Q3, there is no dividend. Balance, net gain on fair value changes, which is a big one. That's more of a book entry and not actually how much, it's like, it's not like a cash inflow kind of a thing. This is more of a book entry. So, which item should be the strongest? It should be interest income, and it is still nowhere close to what people are expecting from this stock. Even if you have a look at PBT was at 773 in Q2 FY25. Q3 FY25, it is 377. So, not at all something that people are expecting. So, all in all, the numbers for Q3 FY25 are not at all interesting. Let's move on with the fourth reason, which is intense competition. Now, what do I mean by this? See, when Jio Financial Services was announced, when the demerger of JFS from Reliance Industries was announced, many people felt that this is going to be a cakewalk for Jio Financial Services to scale up its business via its strong distribution network. Physical distribution could have been ramped up through Reliance Retail, and online could have been ramped up via its own platform, which is Jio platform. But then, almost after 1.5 years of Jio Financial Services ka listing, the company has not been able to start its business in a full swing. So, I can still say that the business seems to be in a fairly nascent stage. Meanwhile, one of its key competitors, which is Bajaj Finance, recently has tied up with Airtel, wherein they have mentioned that Bajaj Finance ka various loan products will be available through the Airtel Thanks app, and they are also planning to sell their loan products through the Airtel physical network shops as well. So, all in all, this clearly gives a message that Bajaj Finance Limited or maybe other competitors will also now try to ramp up the competition strongly, which can also cause some headwinds for Jio Financial Services. So, I hope you have understood the fourth reason about competition in absolute detail. The fifth reason is, I'm not going to tell that to you, because I try to tell four key reasons which I feel. I'm sure that you would have some point of your own analysis, and I would want you all to tell the fifth reason in the comment section below. And if you do that, I would try and read all these comments by myself and give my own thought process on that as well. If you loved the whole analysis of Jio Financial Services, don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. If you want me to cover a specific stock in the next episode, please mention the name of that stock in the comment section below as well. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.